Mine too.
Hi guys, guess what?
Hello.
We'll put
I think
Suzy
it's just
up
us.
there.
Oh, I forgot to pop out the chat.
Dad's here. Hi, Dad.
I popped out the chat.
Me and Theresa and Dawn.
Hey. What, baby?
Hey.
No. Thank you.
We
I'm not
got-
going to pop out the chat. I'm just going to use StreamYard chat.
I am
There
too.
you go. It's your
So
channel.
don't be late.
We gotta put it.
You know what? I usually still pop it out because I'm so used to looking to the left where I pop it out at. You know?
Yeah, I don't.
So this has got to go back in. I had to take it out after Mark and Mike's because it was digging into the side of my head. Hey, Ann.
Hi, Ann.
Hello.
Welcome in, Ann.
She can
How
move her
are you
hands.
today?
My hands hurt.
I can only use one hand because Yarn's sleeping on the other one.
Well, yarn.
How you crochet with one hand?
You don't.
Roxy loves.
Huh?
When it's hot out, Roxy lays all over me. In the winter, I can't find that dog. And I always say, I can't, not today, honey. And I kind of push her off. And then I feel bad, She wants to cuddle, but it's weird. She knows we're in and out all day and she wants to come, but she runs away.
I don't know if my dog sensed something with me last night because Precious was on top of me and I moved my stuff so I could get to it because she was on top of all my stuff. And she even got closer. And then when Bella came in the bed, she usually goes on the other side. And she was up against me, they sandwiched me in,
You must have had a lot of back pain.
Yeah, kind of. I was just, maybe they knew emotionally I wasn't the best
Yeah.
yesterday.
Dogs are smart.
I'm emotionally quiet. They come by.
Yeah.
I'm participating by watching all the videos and
oh, she wants to know if you're participating in World Watercolor Month.
I know my hands are aching from picking blueberries. I tried. I was watching some colors and then I just drew circles around them, but I haven't been doing the prompts. Are you doing the prompts? Or you haven't yet, Cheryl? Okay. Well, you could still kind of catch up. I think I don't know if you watch Christy Rice at all. She was saying basically you should do what you want. It's just, she knows people spend a lot of time picking the prompts, but some of the prompts are odd. Was today's tired? Because I'm certainly tired.
It's just doing it every day.
I try to do, I was doing it more than every day a few weeks ago. And then in the last couple of weeks, I've been, I don't know. I'm just not as into it, but I have other things on my mind. And today, a lot of the blueberries are ripe and they're really ready for picking. And, we don't even have enough space in the house to bring all the ripe ones in. That's how many ripe berries there are.
Wow.
So I really should get the Amish lady around the corner wanted to buy some. Not for a lot of money, because she said there's a guy somewhere in the area that has a whole bunch of bushes, and he's giving people gallon buckets and charging $10 for the gallon buckets, and it's really cheap.
That is cheap.
They could pick
Maybe
themselves.
while you're gone, let her say, you're welcome to come pick while I'm gone.
And she said, she knows I have organic, so she was saying I'd rather have organic. So just name your price. And I'm thinking, I feel like I can't go much more than this guy, but a gallon is a lot. And every time I use a recipe, I basically use 4 cups at a time. So I made a crumble, I made a cobbler today. and I made a cobbler earlier this week.
Mm-hmm.
I made some kind of like cooked down berries. It was kind of tart. It actually tasted like blueberry, but kind of cranberry salty, if you know what I mean. Like it had a
Uh-huh.
little tang to it. Pretty sweet and tangy. The ones that are coming up now are so much more sweet. They're really good. It's almost like I wish I had had them picking when they weren't as good. Now they're really good.
Right.
But they're so good, the insects and the birds are coming. Yeah,
Blueberry pancakes is my favorite, Anne.
well, I mean, I wouldn't mind selling like 4 gallons, 5 gallons, just to get them off the bushes up there. Because
Well, you think that's what she would get? Sorry about the dog, Joe.
maybe like I imagine, I don't know. They usually do canning. Definitely. They do canning, so they would make a big, if they do a big cook down, they probably want, I mean, several gallons, I'd say, and then they would can the stuff that they cooked in. So
Stop.
Hey,
Stop.
Jeffrey.
Bella.
Yes, Jeffrey. Later, we'll do that.
Hey, Jeffrey.
I lost the thing again.
my
Uh-oh. What'd you lose?
The instructions, it was probably picked up with the stuff from the auction.
Ouch. Stop. Stop.
I feel like I sweat. I perspired a lot today when I was outside picking. I was coming in drenched.
Firefly.
I'm still like kind of retaining water. I can see like my legs, where the boots were and where my socks were.
Well, sweating is good. If you don't sweat, that's the problem.
Yeah, it is. I knew a woman. Does anybody up on the panel not sweat? You don't sweat at all? I knew a woman years ago who said she can't sweat. She'd go to the gym and not sweat at all. And that's unusual. Like never, ever, ever sweat?
I have Sjogren's disease.
Okay.
Yay, we were classified a disease. I'm
My
so
husband-
excited.
My husband has that.
It changes a lot. It changes a lot. No, can't. Dehydrated permanently.
He sweats, but he has no saliva. It affects his mouth. Not no saliva, but like if he eats anything, he has to sit with everybody.
Does that?
And I've known a bunch of people that have it. It's more common than you would think.
It's more common in women than men.
I honestly don't hardly know any people in general. And I know
9 out of 10 are going to be women. 1 man out of 10 is going to be have Sjogren's.
And he has
My daughter, she sweats.
He has the weird. What's the thing where you're like your fingers turn greenish yellow or red? First like red, then purple, then green and blue. Like
Raynaud's?
Yeah, he has that too. My brother has that one.
Yeah, John has that.
My dog's
That's also part of an autoimmune disease, so that's why.
I have a very severe reaction to touching cold things. Like my fingers turn bright red, and it hurts. But they don't turn blue like his just.
Dawn, are you working on a triangle? Anne is asking.
I'm working on it's a mug koozie, and I'm doing this new stitch. I think it's called a Suzette.
Oh, make yourself big and show us.
Well, let me do another row, and then I'll show you. Basically, what you do is, I'll show you, but
is
it's not
Anne the
really-
only person here right now?
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see.
See, I must be hungry because that crochet hook looked like a hot dog to me.
Oh, Jesus. So what you do is you do a single, a double, and then you skip a
Show
stitch.
us something again. A single, a double, and then what?
And you skip a stitch, and then single, double, skip a stitch. And then you'll end with your single and double. And then when you go back the other way, you're going to...
That sounds like some people will call that the moss stitch.
Then you're going to do a... your single B and your double B and your single, and you skip the same stitch, and it makes a pattern.
Yep.
We'll
I'm
see.
working on my 5th doily.
Wow,
Wow. Let me see. Let me make it big.
Nice.
that's pretty.
Oh, that's pretty.
I like that.
You just started that the other day. You are fast.
That's what it's going to look like right there.
Very
Very
nice.
I
pretty.
like that because it looks like a cross between like a sunburst and a flower.
Yep.
I don't know. I like it. It's very nice.
And I'm using a different color.
And I like flowers and I like sunbursts. It's nice. Nice. I never thought I'd be saying this out loud, but I probably could use a couple of like doilies for my wood furniture to put like some of the vases or heavy.
Mhm.
Why did you preface that with, I don't know if I should say this out loud?
Did I say that?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
thought,
I'm like, and doilies
oh, I said,
for a
because I said
table.
I'm not really the kind of person who uses a doily.
Oh,
but-
okay.
And you're making doilies, but I feel like now, is it something that happens when you're 63?
Yeah, it's the age. It's the age.
When I was younger, I liked them a lot, and then I went through a phase of, I don't know where they are. I must have got rid of them.
Same here. I've had hundreds of them I made. I don't know where they are.
Well, I never made any. Oh, and I saw these people who were using those bowl koozie kind of
Yeah,
thing.
bowl koozies. Yeah.
And I thought, now that's something I can get around because, I know that you probably get like ruined if you spill your food on it, but sometimes we like to eat on the couch, and if you have a hot dish, it's nice.
Or ice cream.
Now, I also used to have like a ton of pot holders, and I used to make woven ones, and now I don't know. I got rid of them,
I like Don's koozie.
and I love it. That's
Yeah.
really nice, and I like the
Can I
color.
make it big?
It looks like a khaki color, kind of tan.
Yeah, this one is. It's a tan.
That's a nice, like it goes with everything kind of color.
Nice.
That is nice.
So this is.
Because
what
you
it
can
looks
use it as a hot pad
Good
too.
night, Jeffrey. Have a good night.
Good night,
Night,
Jeffrey.
The clouds over here look actually pretty tonight.
That's
And
Yeah, I
nice,
made a
Dawn.
pink one too.
And
Those
it
are
looks
$30 each because they're not fun to make.
pretty does eat.
This one is a little bit smaller.
I was kidding.
No, I really wasn't gonna sell them.
I said $30, Dawn.
This one is like a smaller one.
Oh, like a dessert one.
Yeah, and it's the same pattern, but they just come out. I don't know.
Different
Maybe
yarn
if I
does
went
different
tighter
things.
or whatever. I don't know what I did. But
You want it tighter? You say?
no, like this one fits in the small bowl, but when I did this one, it was loose on the small bowl and it fits this bigger one.
Okay. Oh, and you use the same,
It's the same pattern. I don't know what I did differently.
but it worked out for you. You have bigger bowls and smaller bowls.
Yeah. And Sean likes it. So, but this one, I didn't make my magic circle like I used to do. I did what the lady does it, and I couldn't close up the damn hole.
Well, if you want to make it like slimmer, I guess you could pinch a stitch on each quadrant.
Yeah, I'm sure I can, but you know what? It's going to be like that. So,
Yeah, you could just easily. I used to be so handy. I used to make like costumes for Halloween, and I would dye clothes different colors. I mean, it's not that hard to do. I just had more gumption. I was more into stuff. I saw
hear
something dyeing frocks, and I was like, that's kind of cool. He was using fabric dye. But you know how sometimes you get like a lighter color than you want.
mm-hmm.
I know the Amish lady, she had green Crocs, and I think her husband spray painted them black. In the black,
He spray painted them what?
black,
That's
and
funny.
it started to peel off as she was like wearing them. And they looked like rotten. And so she told me she needed to go buy Crocs. And she wanted to go to like the sporting goods store, which they do have them there, but they have them there for full price. And I said, if you want the off brand, go to Ollie's. They have a big bin in the front. And I think they were like $4 or $5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but they're very
Like,
slippery. I find the off-brand more slippery than the real Crocs.
Well, maybe she'll curse me behind my back. Well, she tried them on, and when they fit her, she stocked up. And she called them slippers because they had the holes.
Yeah.
Okay.
For us country farmers, you know, the ones with the holes you only wear in the house. Because you can like walk onto the porch, but like you can't walk through wet grass with the hole ones.
No.
Yeah, well, you end up with cow crap between the holes.
Well, she would. Oh wow. Yeah, I went to I met another sweet Amish lady around the corner, and she doesn't have any children, so she had a dog that's super friendly, and she showed me her stable and her chicken coop.
Oh, nice.
They built a big stable on the side of the hill, and on top of the stable is a farm, and they use it as a like a store, like selling.
Oh,
Cool.
okay.
They sell like
No.
old like tools and mason jars, and they actually sell new mason jars and canning lids and rings.
Uh-huh. Nice.
I mean, it's not like super cheap, but she's not like overpriced either. It's
Right.
fair prices, you know,
Mm-hmm.
especially because it's like around the corner. I mean, I could have gotten some cheaper ones. I could get cheaper ones from Amazon. Yeah, Amazon had like one reseller, but the shipping would be like a week or two, and my berries are gonna come. You know, they're right now. So if I don't know what I really. We have enough freezer space for. If I pick like today, the amount of berries I brought in today, like maybe 2 days or 3 days more, but we're leaving tomorrow.
How long y'all gonna be?
We're gonna. I mean, we could probably pick in the morning, leave, and Thursday we'll be gone, and then we'll come back Friday, hopefully, you know, by the afternoon.
Right. Well, why don't you just tell her to come pick, charge her whatever, and then
Yeah, I mean, if
at least they won't rot while you're gone.
we'll see. If it's gonna be raining, we couldn't really pick anyway. I think it's like I went out between the rainstorm today, like before. Yeah. It was but the plants actually needed it. We went down to the other vegetable patch, and something's digging in our sweet potato, and the tomatoes are getting big. And I was giving up on our pepper plants, but they look like they're going to get flowers. So.
Oh, okay.
Hi, Denise.
Hi, Denise.
Hey, Denise.
Where's Daisy? Go find Daisy.
Dee, do you quilt for other people? How much are quilts? She's pricing lap quilts.
I don't quilt for other people because I cannot stay on task.
No, me either.
I fear I'd be
I
on.
can't quilt. You give me something to do at a certain amount of time, it's not going to get done.
Yeah.
So
Like this one here has been how long on it? I mean, I only need to do 2 rows and then put the binding.
Yeah.
just an FYI, crochet ladies, the guys, I've been watching like these real resellers, and they hit the mother load of crocheted blankets. And she got super excited when she saw the black edged granny squares. And she said, "Oh, they sell for the most money." And I was like, very interesting. Like they sell quickly and for decent money.
I don't know. I mean, I saw a couple of mine, and unless I put them on eBay, I'll, but I hate to do that. I'll probably just bring up the rest of them to my booth.
I understand. I'm just saying, Like,
Right. No, no,
have a
no.
lookout. And she didn't seem like, you know how people just use up their yarn and have all these different colors.
I'll be right back.
She was saying it's
Okay.
really cool. I liked.
You know, I don't like this cotton for this because
So
it's too it's got too much
Not
play
enough
in it.
stretch.
I didn't really want the air blowing on my neck, but I'm so hot that it feels nice. How come I'm always using this every Tuesday now?
Because you're out picking berries.
Ugh.
Okay, make me big. I'm going to show you the quilt top that I'm keeping. This is my own created pattern.
Oh,
beautiful.
pretty.
That's really, really nice.
And it is a queen size.
Oh, wow.
This is huge. This is half of it right here.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Gorgeous.
So I embroidered all the flowers in the squares.
Bring it closer to this camera so we can see the embroidery. Very nice. Now, did a machine do the embroidery or you hand embroider?
This is all machine done.
Okay.
Each white square has a
Different.
different flower on it.
It's gorgeous.
That's beautiful.
I love it.
And this is I didn't even go by pattern. This was my own pattern. It's called, I'm going to name it Field of Flowers
Oh,
really
that's
nice.
beautiful.
or a Garden of Flowers, something like that. This is one I'm putting on my bed.
So roses, it's like my family needs on both sides. We have roses.
That's one of them I have to finish. This is going on there next. And I still have three more I have to finish up.
That's nice. You know, I would like to have a really pretty quilt, and yet having dogs and quilts don't go because the dogs jump on the bed.
Mm-hmm.
And Roxy she doesn't just settle and lay down on the bed like a lady. She has to fluff everything up. And so it's almost
Precious is like that.
nice quilt. I had a really nice quilt, and she broke some of the stitches.
Yeah.
With her toenail.
That's why I throw a fleece blanket on there for Daisy to do that with, to make a nest.
Well, I put a
Hi, baby.
I put a sheet as like a barrier to the blankets, but
Yeah.
you know it doesn't stay put on.
Hi, honey.
She'll unmake the bed the whole way, and then she goes and lays on my pillows, and I'm like, ew. I don't like that.
I wonder if I can make this out of 50-50.
My other dog, my first dog, used to lay on her little. I put a
20, why not?
folded up sheet on the bed, and she would stay just on her sheet. She knew it was hers.
And you know what? I'm going to do my own stitch. I'm not doing that.
Yeah. Yeah, I would have to hang. I probably have to hang a nice one on the wall.
I used to have a lot of those wall hanging stuff, but I sold them all. I mean, people seen them on my walls and they says, "How much for that? How much for that?" So I sold it all. So now I got to redo mine.
So the ladies around here start at around $200.
I think I'm too cheap with my wall hangings. I think the highest I charged was $45 for one.
Well, I would. Yeah, I would go for it. I mean, when I said I saw a quilt for $75, the lady, the Amish lady around the corner, she's like, "That's too cheap."
Oh, that's so sweet, Denise. Denise's mom and dad made her a beautiful quilt, and she has it hanging on her wall because the dogs would make it be hard on it too. Yeah, my dogs are too.
Now I would like some supper. So
That's what I'm snacking on now is supper. Fish and chips.
Garrett is baking chicken.
my husband took some of the cobbler, and I swear he lives on butter and sugar. He needs a blood test. He doesn't want to go because he knows they're going to tell him something he don't want to hear. Like, he has to be mindful of his food.
I know my husband needs to do that too.
He agreed that he would go, and this was before this year started. Look at what month it is already.
July, yeah.
I know, like 7 months went by, and maybe 8. And he hasn't gone, and he says, "Leave me alone." I go, "I'm going to make you an appointment. You're going to go, and then you'll be done. And you don't have to hear me bugging you." I bug him about everything. He thinks. When I went out all day yesterday, driving around Amish people, he was so happy.
Well, must be humid out there.
It's bad.
Yeah, the air conditioner is not working that well. It's going to rain.
Even my freezer out in the garage, it's only 5 years old and it won't go below 19 degrees. Certain stuff has been melting.
In New Jersey, it said it was 104 degrees.
Ooh. Hi, babes.
I was like, that's crazy. I mean, it's just like, I don't know. That's too hot. I know, Dawn, it wouldn't be unheard of for Louisiana to be over 100. But
usually, but lately we've been in maybe the 90s. But our fields have been in the 100s.
Yeah, it's 88 right now, and it feels like it's super hot.
Yeah.
That's actually
we had some rain, so it's been cloudy, so we're at 85.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
it's to rain this weekend.
Probably going to rain tonight because we just got a severe weather storm warning.
We had really bad rain for a few storms, and they passed. They just they were here for 20 minutes. Now it's like a beautiful sunny sunset.
Yeah, I've been watching what's going on in Texas. I've been watching those videos and stuff. And
so sad.
It is terrible.
I don't like watching the news. I mean, I feel bad for everybody, and I hope all the missing people are found alive. But I get so down in the dumps. Every news story is annoying me.
Yeah, I don't.
It feels like it's so tragic, and I'm so anxious from hearing all the bad news. It is heartbreaking.
Yeah, it is.
And just a couple weeks ago, I was watching this traveling journalist who goes through small town America, and he was going through Tennessee where they had flooding from some flood, and all that just went down the river.
Yeah.
And so they were living in trailers, some of them. And then volunteers from all over the country were driving around. It was like Appalachia, I guess. In Tennessee, I guess. And we're considered in the Appalachian Mountains over here. So it must be a wide range.
Yeah, I've never been to the East Coast. I would love to get to the East Coast.
There's so many diverse areas, Even in one state, like New Jersey had the seashore, they had swamps, they had bogs, they had mountains. It's really kind of cool. There was one part, and then if you go up to New England, there's the Rocky coastline. It's gorgeous.
Mm.
And then near where Theresa lives, it's really beautiful too, the Hudson Valley. And she's going those mansions up in Poughkeepsie on the Those are.
I live right by those.
Yeah, I think that was pretty up there.
It is beautiful.
And
It's getting too crowded up here, though.
I went to school at Purchase, New York, and we used to drive north.
Yep.
I had a friend. Is it Red? That's Red. Oh, Red Bank. Red something. All the way up the Hudson area.
Tooch!
Yes, Tooch.
How you
What
doing?
you crafting today, Tooch?
Hey, what are you making?
Uh,
A mess?
He's a visitant, huh?
Make a supper there? Sweet. There you go. That counts. You can be creative, make it supper.
I have
That
stuff.
could be
Hello.
that is a craft in itself.
Yeah.
Cooking.
What y'all working on?
I'm making a cup koozie. Dee's making a doily. Teresa's making.
I'm making the
a
smallest blanket you ever saw.
That's like a
He's making
snake.
a blanket for Yorny, baby.
Yeah, but it's going to be too small.
I'm making a potato.
You're making a potato.
I was
It's
gonna
going to be
make
like that.
Potato head.
That's
Ooh,
what I'm making.
wow, that's pretty.
It's
Just
going to be way
potato
too
head.
small for anything. So I'll probably donate it for a kid's toy. What are you making, Tooch? I forgot. I missed that.
A potato.
A potato. Awesome.
He
I
likes.
wouldn't mind having a potato about
Yeah,
right
let me,
now.
let me do this.
He's putting face on it.
Yeah.
Look at him getting all
So,
tangled.
this.
You see
Oh, I
this?
want those. I want those.
There's
Look at that.
blueberries
Oh.
Wow.
Wow.
today, and that there's 3 more like this.
Oh
I
my
went and picked
God.
blueberries one
I
time.
can't even like carry it in from the field.
Notice I said one time.
One time.
I
That's
love
all I'd ever do it.
blueberries and raspberries.
Oh, I don't like raspberries.
We used to pick them as we ate them when we were kids, but
Same there, yeah.
I would not, and I picked them as an adult to get enough for making stuff at a farm.
I
but
love blackberries now.
What berries were you talking about? Blue.
yeah.
You finished.
Then you said it was enough. You know, it
Oh, look at how quick he is! Talented
feels like it
too.
would be fun,
That's
Are
about
you
the
playing with
length
a
of
Mr.
my-
Potato Head, Tooch?
and then it's like
That's about the extent of my crafting talent.
Your crafting talent? Oh,
You
okay.
did good, Tooch. You
Really
I
did
good.
exhausted it.
I know, Ann.
Nailed
I
it.
know. What'd you do?
He
Tooch,
nailed
I
it.
thought you had a real potato in your hand and you were going to bake it
All
or
right,
something.
hold that up again, Tooch. We're gonna show her what you did.
Oh. Hold on, let me get the bottom one.
oh, it's a
You're
big
crafting.
Oh,
Oh, that's
Aw.
I thought you were
It's a
making
bunny potato.
cute. Bunny slippers.
That is too cute.
and
That
you
is
can
so
buy it tomorrow on East Coast Resellers, handmade.
There you go.
like the
$29.99. We'll save you the 99 cents if you buy it now.
It just went up $10 because it was made by me.
There you go.
Exactly. I don't know if I was supposed to change colors.
Uh-oh.
I like 1 row repeats. I'm just saying that right now.
That's why I'm doing the same stitch I ain't got to think about.
Yep. Oh, okay. See pattern notes. Front post double crochet. See digital stitch cross stitch guide. I mean, seriously, I gotta go running around and find it. Back post. I get it. Got it. Good.
Good.
I change colors.
I'm glad you got it.
I do. I got it. Change color on row 4. I'm on row 2.
Okay. Hey, Theresa,
Huh.
change the color on row
Colors,
4.
row 4.
Thanks. I'm on row 2.
Hey, Teresa, change the color on row 4.
Thanks. I appreciate you people.
I
Finish row
know.
2 before you get to 3.
Aren't we like hopeful?
So very. I don't know how I'd exist without you guys.
I know.
I'd be sad and lonely.
I couldn't figure out why we're so little. It's because this stupid thing at the top he's telling us about
I know. I don't care to
StreamYard not
know.
working right.
It's StreamYard's new updates. They're annoying.
Look it, I'm so good. I did a second one.
You did? Are we going to charge extra for that one as well?
Uh-huh. Mr. and
Oh, it's a blue bunny.
Oh, that one's got color. That one's pretty.
That's a blue bunny.
Aw, they're cute.
Hey, this
Did
one's
you know
dressed.
that
This
the
one's
blue
naked.
bunny ice cream just came back in New York?
Did it?
Yeah.
Naked bunny. Naked potato.
Oh,
Blue bunny's
no.
not bad.
You're showing nakedness on the television.
Wait, I'm thinking you saying Bluebell, Blue Bunny.
Blue bunny came back to New York.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
What's
my
that?
son came in last night with blue bunny ice cream.
Ooh, I like Blue Bunny.
And it was really smooth.
Nice.
See, that's what I'm particular about. I don't want, like, you can always tell if an ice cream is melted and refrozen.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to treat you to some good Bluebell.
All right.
What's the closest airport to you?
New Orleans.
New Orleans International. It's MSW or something like that.
You got to say it right. New Orleans.
Nolans.
Which is not actually, it's not in New Orleans. It's in
I know.
Kenner. It's
I
in
didn't
Kenner.
understand that either.
Is that closer or farther away from you?
I have to show you.
But Kenner is closer to me.
Make this big, I guess.
Cool.
All right, hold on. There you go.
Oh, you should take a picture and post it.
It's a face blueberry.
Isn't that strange?
That is strange.
You know, back in the day, you could sell it on eBay for like $50.
That's
I
right.
bet
You
if you
could.
try, you can sell it on eBay.
A face blueberry. It's so weird looking. Anyway, we have some nice ones going. They're sweet now.
I like the sweet ones.
Susie, you can do that to occupy your mind. Look for faces and odd things in your blueberries and make content.
Show her blueberries.
Blueberry.
I'm sure.
That would be
Blueberry.
that one would be blueberry. You can name them.
Blueberry?
I'm sure if you put a video camera on when you're picking the blueberries and you put some nice music on, people would watch.
Tony was filming me, and I had the big straw hat, and I was really miserable. I was hot and sweating. Sweat's like dripping in my eyes, and I wanted to do this to him, but I didn't because he was filming me. But I really wanted to. My dog is here with his head on my lap because he loves berries.
Oh,
Give
give
him
him
berries.
Mr. Boo.
Well, you know, I'm scared that he's going to get loose movements. Does anybody
Yeah, don't give him too many blueberries.
freezer slaw?
No.
I made it. I've been making coleslaw and freezer slaw, and I made the cobbler.
So what is freezer slaw?
It's basically coleslaw before you put the mayonnaise in, and you could freeze it at this point. And then, like, I could just freeze like meal-sized portions,
Mm-hmm.
and then, like, instead of, because I mean, we're not going to be here for.
So if you put shredded cabbage in the freezer, it stays.
You have to put the vinegar and the sugar and the salt and the pepper.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, you freeze it with vinegar, and then you could defrost it, and then you could either eat it with mayonnaise or put, mayonnaise.
Mm-hmm.
How do you say mayonnaise down there?
My mama says mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise. You can put the
Mayonnaise. But I say mayonnaise.
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 Yeah, mayonnaise. We say mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise.
My mama says mayonnaise. We
Mayo.
went to Subway and she said, I want mayonnaise on mine. And the guy looked at it, I said mayo.
Mayo.
Okay. I'm like, mayonnaise. Mayonnaise is your name. Your name.
Oh, that coffee went down wrong.
Hey, puppy. What you looking for?
I know you want me to feed you, don't you? 20 minutes and I'll feed you.
I know they're real fussy. They like to be fed once in a while.
Oh, shit.
Oh, God.
Mine is a free feeder. I just leave the food out.
Oh, me too. If I don't have food around, she knows that there's something going on. All right, Don, I need to.
went to buy dog food yesterday, so I made them something yesterday to eat. I had some carrots. I boiled that, and because they won't eat raw carrots, tried that.
I always buy the salt-free green beans in a can. My dogs
Mhm.
love them.
My
Well, I did
dogs eat what I
carrots.
got on my plate.
I did
And
some
then
meat, and I cooked some rice, and I gave them that.
Oh yeah, they like rice.
Except Precious just picked the meat out, and Bella ate hers too.
And in between picking blueberries, I picked asparagus and a pickle. Cucumber.
Okay.
So
Oh, your asparagus looks good.
it's
Nice.
really good. It's been good. We've been eating it for months, it feels like. It was the first vegetable that was ready. And,
You should learn how to can it from the Amish people.
well, my husband's been like blanching it, and then we've been freezing it. But we were eating it every night for like a month straight.
From the what people?
The Amish people.
Amish people.
The
I
Amish.
didn't say nothing. I heard it.
The Amish people.
Amish people.
They've been canning for years.
Yes.
They have.
Yep.
Don't want to start another roll. I don't know if I'm going to start another roll.
Yeah, that's full.
Ah, I hate when it slips out your finger while you're counting.
Oh yeah, I hear you. I forgot to. Oh, that's cute. I forgot to count on the second.
Gee, don't do that. Well,
Oh, I know. I just got up from a nap about an hour and a half. About 2 hours ago now. Oh, I slept so hard.
Joe, I sat on my bed for like 5 whole minutes, and I was saying, "Oh, wouldn't it be nice to be a napper again?"
And Garrett told me today, I told him I was tired. He said, go take a nap. I'll wake you up before the show.
Did you? No, you were busy.
No, because I had to finish getting ready for Mark and Mike's.
I woke up
Denise.
at like 4:15 this morning, and I don't know. In my mind, I didn't sleep again, but I didn't get out of bed till daylight, and I think I was like a little.
Tooch, how'd you do?
Not too good at all.
Me, us either.
Hello,
It was
me
slow.
either.
I don't know if I want to pickle.
It was horrible.
Donna Maria and Mike bought a few things from me. But that
Well,
was
thank you, D, is all I got to
Yeah,
say.
right.
But I did really well Monday on Rita's.
Oh, well, that's
Really?
good.
Yeah, for some reason, even though there was 50-some people, nobody was buying anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they had like 58 at one point.
Yeah. Like, okay.
I think people were spending a lot last week. I was surprised last week was very busy.
Really, it's July
I think
8th.
it just depends on what they're looking for, you know?
Well, yeah. I mean, what you have has to appeal. I think like if you really, really, really want something, you'll pay up for it.
Yeah.
And then sometimes you'll say, "Oh, I like it, but it's reasonable, so I'll get it." And then if you're building a box, you'll buy more. But
Yeah.
I mean, if it's only a little thing, and then you think, I don't want
And
to
you know,
be.
people are going on vacation and stuff right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. Or coming back from vacation.
Getting ready for school now.
And people spend a lot of.
Well,
Some people
to
spend
got
a
my
lot.
princess house listed on eBay.
Cool.
I got those listed on eBay.
I'm just glad I got
Right.
there in one piece because that
Oh,
thing
yeah.
traveled more than you.
Y'all should be proud of me. I listed 2 purses on eBay.
Yay!
Time to
I
celebrate.
think I used to have 2,000 listings on eBay.
I did too. But
I
I
used
don't
to
know how
have.
you can keep track.
I'm down to
I think I got
200. I used to have about
68
1,500.
listings right now.
I had 200 listings on Poshmark, and I found it really hard. Anything like over 50 seemed like
It's too
harder
much
to
to keep
maintain.
track of.
Gosh,
Well, you have to make sure on your listing you put where it's located, because if not,
Yeah, but you got to be the only one watching the stuff where it's located. Because
I number everything, and it's on my spreadsheet.
well, I had my shelves numbered, but
Yeah.
my problem was in the beginning I didn't do it because I'm like, oh, I'll remember where that's at. No, you don't.
No, I get it. Like I had a spot like for sweaters, and I had hanging rods for shirts and dresses, and I had a bin for more sweaters, and then it got to be another bin. It got to be like, oh, and then there's shoes. So shoes got to in the area on the side, and then I ruined some shoes because I stacked shoes on the shoes, and then I started wrapping them up, and it was a big mess, and I couldn't handle it, But right before the pandemic, I was doing really well on Posh because people were buying like work clothes,
Right,
and jewelry. Jewelry I had in a drawer. I mean, I just had it all worked out.
Yeah.
Right.
And then during the pandemic, I had like brand new ski jackets and ski outfits for kids. Kids' clothes it was hard for me. I had great.
Yeah, I'm just mostly listing glass and pottery and books. That's pretty much all I'm listing. What doesn't sell on YouTube, I put on eBay.
You know how Randy said she was trying to have a selection of wedding stuff? People do buy wedding stuff. I sold, the arch drapes that I had at my wedding, that sold on eBay right away.
Wow.
Because I bought a name brand that was really popular with wedding people, and I had like the 3 chiffon drapes that over an arch, and they were really, really. I got the extra long ones, so I don't know. I mean, I basically sold them for what I paid for them because I bought them used.
Mm-hmm.
And I sold the fake flower swags that I put on the whatever it was called, the arbor that we got married under.
Yeah, I've seen those.
So that stuff went quick, and then every other thing, it was like I was in some kind of wasteland where how they tell you if people look at your stuff, and I had a Christmas angel pin, and I'm like putting gold angel pin, Christmas pin. I kept getting simpler and simpler with my like description so that people might it might hit on some of the searches. Like so, I just kept putting like brooch pin, angel. No, not one person looked. I posted it on Poshmark and I sold it.
I used to sell on Macari too. Jewelry I sold on Macari, but that was so slow. It's like I'll sell it on auction.
Yeah, Macari is slow.
I've sold.
They all want you to promote your stuff, and
back in the day before they started with all the promotion stuff, I sold on Macari.
Yeah, same thing with eBay. eBay used to be really good for selling back in the early 2000s, but now they got all this promotion crap, and it's like, no, I'm not spending more money.
But you know what? I used to do 10% promotion, and then I would I'd put my stuff up, but I had like a 20% sale. So my sell-through rate was probably at 50%.
Yeah. See, and I put best offer, and I do it only on buy it nows. I don't do any auction items. I just do it all buy it nows.
Yeah, I never did auctions.
Because I started
Every once in
auctions.
a while I'll do one. If I don't know what's going to go for, and I want to.
But I research everything before I list it, and I always sell it like a couple dollars less than what somebody else is selling it for.
Yep.
And then they start lowering, and then
yeah. I usually go if there's a low one and a high one. I kind of go in the middle.
Yep, same here, right in between.
I have a question about eBay. There's some paintbrushes I'm looking at, but it's eBay, and they have a price like it's like $18.97, and they're like, but you can. It says make an offer. They're offering free shipping on the $18.97. If I make an offer for like $16.50,
It's still
Does
free
that-
shipping.
does that is it
No,
still?
it'll still be free shipping because once
Okay, that was my question because I thought like if they took off the free shipping,
No,
there,
you.
it's
They,
not
and
worth
but the thing is, yeah, it's up to the seller to accept it or not,
yeah,
or come back with a counter.
right.
But it
Well, they
doesn't sound like you're not going like ridiculously lower than the price.
Well, this was the thing. I wanted to offer 15, but he said if you buy one, it's $18.50. If you buy two, it's like $16.50. So I was thinking he's already thinking he would take $16.50
Right.
ish. So
That's not insulting him with a low ball. You're not saying like $7.
Yeah, you're not asking for $5. You
no,
know.
but I was wondering about the shipping portion. 'Cause-
Nope. Anything
Once
the
that's
shipping-
listed, that stays. Yeah. Once
Okay,
that's-
because I certainly wouldn't.
Now they can come
the
back with a
shipping
counter
before the
and
offer,
say
the shipping after the offer.
$16.50 plus shipping. Then you would have
Yeah.
to pay shipping.
Yeah.
All right, then I might offer something. I mean, I really think I should stop buying watercolor stuff. I'm pretty saturated. But I would like a pedal wedge brush, and his included a size 6 Princeton Velvet Touch, and knows this if she's still there. But I don't really need it to paint. You know, I have round brushes, and I have an angled brush, and I have some daggers. I have the way I painted this week. Like, I barely finished. I mean, I finished one painting. I was just sort of scribbling, and I painted actually one sunflower painting, and I started to do a mushroom with a snail on it, and that thing took me 4 days. I would have put that out in 5 minutes
Right.
in the past.
And how's your quilting coming?
What's the matter, Norton? Crying?
Well, I hope I can get to my quilting on Sunday.
All right, ladies, I'm gonna go get dinner.
All right,
right,
dude, enjoy
dudes.
your potato.
Don't
Yeah.
eat those potatoes.
I will. Love you all. See you
Love you
soon. See you in the
too.
morning.
All right, love ya.
Bye,
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
That was nice. He came on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. Oh, I got to do invoicing in the morning before. I'll do
Me
that
too.
while
Well,
do that while
you
I'm
know what? I didn't invoice last week, and I was gonna do it today, and I didn't. So
I'm in no hurry. So
I'm
me.
just gonna do mine at the end of the week. Well, I usually hold yours for the month. So
Yeah.
if you want me to invoice you before, let me know. If not, I'll do the same.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start my invoicing tomorrow morning, but I don't guarantee anything. I do the best I can.
Yep. That's all we can do.
I got a new set of books. I'm such an avid book reader.
Oh,
And
cool.
There's a six books that came with this that I'm going to read, and they're kind of like comedy mysteries.
Oh, I like those kind. Yeah.
And so this is book one. I haven't started it yet because I'm almost done with the book that I'm reading. I like buying books that are series, but I don't want them where they continue. I want them to be the same characters in each book.
Right.
Mhm.
And so the one I'm finishing now, I'm finishing the third book of 3. Then I'll put those on eBay.
Yeah.
And was asking about watercolor month. I followed along. One of the girls, I think her name is Lisa, and she was doing a flower a day. So when she did sunflowers, I did a sunflower.
That's pretty.
It's very
So-
pretty.
That is very pretty.
So she,
Very nice.
and then I colored in.
I like that too.
Nice.
Oh, pretty.
Thanks. And then I did a snail and a mushroom. So silly.
She could make note cards with those
Yeah.
and sell them in a group of 8 or a group of 10.
This was the one that took me like 4 days to
that is
make.
cute.
Oh, that's cool.
Down
That's
and,
cool.
like just do it. And
I like
I was
it.
like, I kept losing my interest. So everybody was talking about using magic tape, like Scotch tape, as a way to, tape down your image and it won't like rip up the paper. And this is 100% cotton and it ripped.
Yeah, magic
No.
tape doesn't work.
Yeah.
So everybody's talking about how good it is. Maybe if you do it
Or
like
painter's tape.
Washi tape.
Washing.
Painter's tape
Yeah.
will peel it off too.
I use everything that I've ever used it's like hit or miss with me. I mean, I think the best is the frog.
Yeah, that's great.
Yellow frog for like low adhesion. That's the best one for me. And the washi is pretty good, but it's not.
It depends on the brand of washi too, though.
Well, I got like some off brand, and
Yeah.
The Timu washi tape is terrible.
Yeah.
I threw it
The
away.
recollections
Yellow
from
is absolutely-
Michael's is not bad.
Hi, Myra.
Hi, Myra.
Myra.
Hi, Myra.
Yeah, I mean, if I go slow and if I had to like maybe heat it, I got a bug bite like right on my cheek.
My baby is in my arms.
Oh.
Hey, baby.
It's so cute.
Good girl. She's a good
girl.
Go say hi.
So
What's your name?
cute.
Daisy?
Is her coloring changing a little?
Yeah, they do. She'll lighten up in the face.
She looked like she was getting darker around the gills here.
She's lightening up a lot in the face.
Susie,
Oh, okay.
remember that lady that had the corgis?
I thought she was.
Baked potatoes with legs.
I
Yeah,
love watching.
yeah.
I
Or
love
sausage with legs.
She had a great accent. I liked hearing her talk. Anyway, and she was funny. And she actually had really good info on buying cars too. I was actually right before I bought my last car. I was listening to her a lot because she made a lot of good sense. Like she was saying, "Do you really need this, that, and the other? Well, then don't pay for it. You guys, like, why buy features you don't really need?" And she was just talking about don't sign unless, like, a few car people were telling you like you don't have to pay for this or you don't have to pay for that. And it helped me negotiate because they were telling me there was no wiggle room, and they ended up taking $400 off the price. So, and the price was already below sticker, so it's BS. You know what I mean? Like they said, if you took a really long loan, they made you pay like a couple percent, or if you took one of them was no interest, but maybe that was really long. Something. There's always a way that they could get some money out of you.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah, they charge you for taking cash here. They charged you $800 to pay cash for a car.
Yeah.
And and then you're wondering, oh, you mean because you could just like write a check and you'd be done? Yeah, they were saying pretty much the same thing because they know they're not going to make money on you. And the same thing with trade-in. Like if you kind of reveal that you're not going to trade in or not do a loan, they'll screw you in one way or the other, or try to at least. I shopped around, and it kind of turns out that the closest dealership to where I live had the best prices because they were off sticker. They were already deducting like $2,000 off sticker, which is still astoundingly expensive. But in New Jersey, it was sticker.
Right.
I knew I had to wait till I got to rural Pennsylvania before I bought them. And then I saved a little bit of tax too out here. But I mean, it's insane. This car has to last me till I stop driving. It's my last car, I feel.
This is
It'll last.
That's a good idea too, Mara.
Well, I was thinking about that. If there wasn't a penalty for, or like
Yeah.
a
Yeah,
fee.
it ended up being more than the $750. Not
Well,
worth
my
it.
brother-in-law had to go to the bank and get a cashier's check because he was going to pay cash for he paid cash for a car. They wouldn't take the money at all. They sent him
Well,
over to the bank, put it in a cashier's check.
they wanted that from me when I was putting cash down, and I said, look, if you want me to do that, I'm going to come back in a couple weeks. If you want me to get the car today, I'm going to give you a personal check.
Right. A couple things.
And I think they just called the bank to
Yeah.
see that it wasn't like a checkbook I found in the street or something, you know.
Yeah, they pretty much have to also because sometimes you have a check amount limit.
Yep.
Oh, that was I remember the thing was I had to wait like a certain amount of time, like 24 hours before I actually could like take the car off the lot. But we negotiated like one day and they picked it up. But they still want to charge you to like destination fees and
Yep.
And they want to sell you this to go with it, this and that.
it was hard. Even on the way out, man, the guy was like, so do you want to have like an extra warranty or a maintenance plan or this thing or that thing or like a coating cost? And you know, the last time I bought a car was 2007. I got taken because I don't know. They basically like had me hostage, and I wanted to go home. I felt like I was being interrogated, and I signed up for stuff I shouldn't have signed up for. And my car payment was like a mortgage payment. It was
Well, they all like that now. Well, we can get the Gap insurance here,
Mm-hmm.
and we don't buy a car without that.
well.
And what it does is if,
Help.
say, you get in an accident
Uh-huh.
and you owe more than the car is worth, they will pay that off.
Oh.
You know,
Or flooded from a hurricane.
well, that's happened to Marie, poor thing.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned it in the past that it has paid off for you, and since I know you at least 2 times, so
Well, it paid off Marie because she owed a lot for that car, and it got flooded. I mean, the water came up so fast she didn't have time to move it, and with all the electrical stuff. Yeah. Not now. I'm alive.
Hi, baby. Do you want me to feed you?
Well, that's a dumb question. I'll be right back. I'm going to feed my dog.
Yeah, right. Dogs. You want me to feed you?
Like,
pretty much it's a yes. I'm thinking anything that involves food.
Right.
It's like they want us to eat like it's performance art or a movie, you know, like, or I think even like Wimbledon, you know, they're looking at the tennis ball. It's like the plate, you know.
I can't give Yarn tennis ball.
Norton is learning to lay down now on command. Like I don't have to have food in my hand. Like he actually knows what it means, which is it only took him 3 years. Is he 3 or 4? Dawn, you have to be my memory lady.
Well, he was a COVID baby, so he's.
Yeah, and when was Ida? That's when I got
21.
Okay, so he turned 4. Okay, so yeah, it took him 4 years to learn to lay down, but now he knows what it means.
Oh, good.
Finally. And the other dog, Roxy, who's 10, knows what it means, but she chooses not to listen. She selectively understands command.
That's about it.
very independent. She found a spot in the house that's between the back door and the front door, and she lays there all the time now. She's like, "You're not getting away without me seeing." And it's sort of
I
like
can't even put my chair down without this dog coming out of a dead sleep, ready to go. She's right there the minute I put this chair down.
I can make all the noise I want, but open a damn bag.
I could sit here and do that, but if I put the chair down at all, even if I'm adjusting it, she's like, "Okay, where are we going?"
Do you mind if I put blueberries in bags while I talk to you guys?
No, that's a craft.
That's a
Okay.
crap. I'm writing my list for tomorrow's auction on Hump Day. I don't have to stay up later.
I'm wondering if I could somehow turn on my headsets so you don't hear the TV as much. How do I do
hear
this?
it.
All right, I'm good, but if I'm in here, he might hear. Can you make it lower? I'm on the internet.
Dawn, I hate
You do.
counting.
Me too.
Oh, so now you get to see my double chin. Or my boobs. How
We're
bad
not
is
that kind of channel.
what kind of kitchen do I have that looks so terrible? Oh well. La-di-da. I have to make it. I hope I don't package any books.
63. I made it. Count that one. That one right there. 63. Made it. I had to pull it out twice. Well, I missed a stitch, added a stitch.
Well, mine was kind of one short, and now it was one too much. So, I guess it worked itself out.
Yeah, that's the thing with our line too.
Sean, don't make her bark.
See, that's the precious little puppy sleeping.
Oh, Yarny.
Down to sleep, but I moved this chair and she's like, be right awake.
She wants
And
to
she
make
comes to
sure
me every
you're
night.
not
Take
going
the
to
chair
leave her
below.
behind.
No, I cannot. And she's a good emotional dog. She knows I'm upset. She comes and lays on my chest.
Aw. Yes. Look at it. Look at a page and a half. That's all I have left to sell out of my Christmas stuff.
Wow, good
know.
for you.
I got a
I
really
got tons at my shop.
I got 4 boxes. You know those black boxes with the yellow lids from Home Depot?
uh-huh.
I've got 4 of those.
It depends. They come in all different sizes.
I just have a little square tote like this, about this deep, about 18 inches deep. That's all I've got left for Christmas stuff, and yay.
I've got like 6 or 7, maybe more totes like that. I mean, the big ones of yarn.
And then what's left after by the end of the week, if it's not gone by the end of the week, then it goes on eBay. I have 4 totes out in the garage. The big ones are like the black ones with the white or with the yellow lids. Shoot! Mine are clear with red lids. And I got 1 for books, 3 for glassware. And then none of them are full. But I just add these to them then. But they get numbered. Each item gets numbered. Would you drop?
Here.
Huh? What?
Oh,
Numbers
Geez.
make life easier. And are you okay?
Are you
My
okay?
yarn thing
Oh,
fell on
yeah.
the floor.
Her
That's
little
a good color.
Did you know Tina's here?
I said it was a pretty
Tina?
color.
Tina.
Hi, Tina.
Hey,
sweet
Tina.
You crafting? You can come on up.
When is she on with you guys again?
I think Friday.
Awesome.
I'm supposed to keep track of this in my head, right? No.
You're like me. I got my book next to me. It's
Yeah, I
kind of
don't,
hidden now.
I don't remember nothing. Don't you know? Don't you know? Yes, she's on with Randy on Friday.
Okay, good, good. I'll make a point.
Aaron's on tomorrow. Aisha's coming back on Monday.
Oh, okay. Good, good, good.
And then we have the crafters members only sale. So you're on that.
Yep. Yep, I got that down.
And you have a show on Friday nights with Josie, right?
Yeah, I do Friday nights with Josie. But I do get to watch you guys for a couple hours before I go on.
I know, but I was gonna say if you wanted to come on, but you're on already. So I will figure it out. And then Aisha's on the 23rd. Okay. Why am I working?
I don't know. Tina's always doing some kind of crafty stuff, restoring
That's why I'm like,
something.
what is it you do? Tina, you want to come up? I'll drop the link. Yeah, you can see me rip out see all the yarn. I made barf because I had to rip it out twice.
Oh.
I got to row 4 and I changed my color. And then I said,
Theresa, didn't we tell you to change your color on 4?
I did change color on 4.
So what's the problem?
I had to take it out because that wasn't to my specifications of loveliness.
Oh, okay.
And I missed a stitch.
You have to do that if it's not lovely.
Okay. I hope you enjoy your gravy. I'm sure it's going to be good. Yes, yarn barf is the worst.
What's a yarn bar?
This.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
The end of the skein.
Yeah, it's when your yarn does anything like, yeah.
How do I end up with an extra one? Jesus.
Same way I ended up with not enough.
I'll make that one next.
We're either counting incorrectly or not paying attention to what we're doing.
I guess.
my bad.
Okay, this is row 3.
Okay, 1 gallon.
I used to do that with the blueberries, is bag them
And freeze them.
and freeze them.
Did you? How many? Did you have bushes in your yard, or did you go picking? How did?
I went picking and stuff, but I would only do them in quart-sized bags.
Okay. Well,
I like to put blueberries in my muffins or pancakes or waffles.
nice.
So I don't want to thaw out a big bag, or I'll make blueberry pie. Then
You know what I did is I put a cookie sheet in the freezer and I put them on there and let them freeze, and then I put them in a bag.
Oh yeah.
That way they individual. I do that with like when I make cookies, and I'll put a whole bunch of scoops on a cookie sheet and I freeze them. Then you can just throw them in a bag and pull out.
Oh,
whatever
that's so
you
smart.
That is smart.
We did that with the asparagus because it was out of the blanching. Like I froze up some blueberries that I picked through, cleaned, washed and stuff.
I
And
love cobbler, honey.
I'm
Tina,
more,
honey.
oh no.
Yeah. That way they separate,
But
And then it'll get smushed.
Ooh,
I'm
I love peach cobbler, Tina.
Peach cobbler is awesome, especially if it's hot, warm.
That is my favorite.
I'm freezing them unpicked through just so I'll wash them and pick through them if I make food with them. Otherwise, the dogs eat them and they don't care.
I should talk my husband into going to get me a strawberry sundae.
These are organic, so there's no chemical. But, there's like pieces of grass occasionally.
Oh, some people pay extra for that.
Well, ladies, I think I'm going to call it a night.
Go get your ice cream sundae.
That sounds good.
Yeah. I think I want to go get a yogurt swirl.
That sounds so good.
Yum.
Yeah, that's.
I had a chocolate snowball yesterday.
So I will see you guys tomorrow on your auction. Come watch you
All
guys.
right. See you then.
Thanks for
Bye-bye.
coming, Dee. It's always a pleasure.
Okay, bye,
It
ladies.
is. Bye. Have a good night.
This basket weave's a pretty easy stitch. It's just you have to keep count.
Yeah.
It's just front back post. It's like you do 3 front posts, then 3 back posts. And you just have to keep doing that.
Yeah.
But you
I
got
just
to
need something. I just need something I don't have to think about right now.
Yeah, I hear you. Because I already miscounted twice. So.
Because the anxiety is real.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I hear you.
Like, I can't stand to be in my own skin right now.
Everything's so up in the air with you, though.
I was feeling like today that I felt like more anxious than normal. And then I was wondering if it's because, I haven't been taking that medicine. But I don't, anxiety is very uncomfortable, but I do more when I'm anxious than when I'm calm. Like nervous energy fuels my anything really.
Yeah. Well, tomorrow after the show, I have to bring my mom. So.
We need to end early. Just let me know.
Yeah, I should be good. Her appointment's at 2:30 in New Orleans.
No.
I just have invoicing tomorrow, I think. I don't think the husband has any appointments. He's pretty booked up with appointments this week.
Yeah.
So 5 people are watching.
And what a lovely 5 bunch of people, yar.
That's right.
Well, hello, 5 people that didn't say hello.
I know. Haven't seen Debbie.
I haven't seen her in a while, but I think she was taking her mothers down to her aunt's.
Yeah.
My arm is getting tired. Wow.
Hadn't seen Angie tonight. Maybe she wasn't feeling good.
She was in the Janine's and Mark.
Yeah, I saw her earlier.
Tired,
But I don't think she stayed the whole thing. Either that or she was just watching.
Yeah, you get a little tired. I know I do. When you're not feeling good, you get a little tired.
What was that, Dad's? Nope.
Okay.
Nothing.
He doesn't have anything tomorrow. Okay, thank you, babe.
Oh, okay.
We're having a personal conversation, you mind?
I'm sorry. Jeez.
No, he doesn't care.
You gotta be so mean.
I learned from you.
I know. My husband tells me I'm mean.
You're not mean.
I don't think you're mean. But friends and husband sometimes have different opinions, right?
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
My husband doesn't like when I watch him. Like, he doesn't like being managed. If you know what I mean.
I don't think any man does. I don't think anybody does.
Not really. But if back in the day, if you knew, like, oh, I have to pick. How many blueberry bushes do we have? We had like 90, and they're all coming ready at the same time. We have to.
You hire some Amish kids.
Well, that's the thing. I guess I could either say, pick blueberries and half are mine, and you can have them for free. Or I could say, just take a certain amount and give me money. Not really a lot of money. And every bag that I'm just putting the blueberries in now, they want to pay like $10. Dirt cheap,
Yeah.
I'm doing the labor of every part of it.
I would tell them you got to bring your own vessel.
Like she was saying, the guy who was charging $10 a bucket had the buckets. The buckets are expensive,
But I guess you got to give the buckets back. Like you pour your bucket into
like a shop, like
your
a.
bag or
I
something.
always call it like a ShopRite bag, but supermarket. But yeah, the girl around the corner was telling me, she goes, when I used to pick blueberries when I was a girl, like we rigged up a basket to like a crossbody thing that would sit in the front.
Mm-hmm.
Or she had hands free and could just work with both hands. And instead of having a shovel,
Okay, yeah.
I mean, if I'm like, look at how big this bucket is. If I'm holding it with one hand and picking with the other, and as it gets full, it gets heavy. It's like I'm exhausted. My arms feel like I don't know. They're not really jelly. They hurt, but I feel like I can't move now. Like I'm sore. And even just putting them in the bags, I need to work from like a lower bowl, more of a salad bowl than a big cup. I mean, I guess we'll live and learn. But I also I got like one of these soup containers from the thrift shop yesterday.
Uh-huh.
And it came in really handy already, so it was worth it. I'm glad I got it. What else did I get? I got the inserts, like if I want to do canning, I can lay the
Uh-huh.
jars on it. And I got a loaf pan, but I got a glass one and I got 2 pie plates. So I'm hooked up if I want to.
Have you looked it up on the internet?
What?
How to pick the blueberries? Things to help you pick the blueberries?
And the things that she was describing are like $27. So I'm like, I'm gonna pass. If I see something like it, I imagine if I had like an IKEA bag or a smaller version of like those newspaper bags that used to be like like around the body and
Yeah.
open, that would work. I I used to have one. I used to bring it to school with me. And then I used to use it for laundry when I had to take my stuff to the laundry. But we're making people wealthy on
This is
YouTube.
cute. Look.
We don't have cable anymore.
Oh wow, nice.
Yeah, very good.
See, I can't read the chat on this side. Like I forget it's there without it being where it's supposed to be.
Yeah. You can move it, right?
I know, but then I gotta log into YouTube and pull it up and pop it
No, I
out.
mean, I thought you can move it on StreamYard.
Oh, I don't know.
My shoulder.
Roll 4.
You can't sit your pot on the ground while you're thing and just like move it, slide it as you go.
I do it like if I'm working low, yeah, but if the berries are up at the top, I sometimes want to catch them because, I mean, sometimes I catch bugs more than blueberries, but every time, I don't know, a lot of them fall.
Have you thought of putting a net or a tarp down and just catching them as they go down like they do in the farms?
I mean, they have these things called blueberry rates. If all the blueberries would come ripe at the exact same time, and there wouldn't be like 5 green ones and a couple of like red ones and the rest, I could do that. But they've been coming ripe at different rates, and the tarps. You see, I have this like humongous salad bowl. Like, you see when look up.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I sometimes put this like under, and I kind of
Yeah.
like
There
do
you
that. It's this likewise gets like really really heavy because it holds like 2 gallons of blueberry.
Yeah, but you slide it along. You don't pick it up.
Well, I've been holding it like kind of up against the blueberry areas that I'm going for. It's just a lot. It's a lot of work. I'm sure I'm not doing it. I could use like one of those berry basket holder things, but
Yeah.
I just didn't want to spend the $27 or whatever it was.
It might save your back, though. You know, in the long run, it might be worth it because you're saving your back and you're saving some pain.
Right.
You're at the age now that you might want to save the pain.
You could say it. It's no, I know what you mean.
I'm at the age now too, so you know.
I feel like that's why I feel like at some point coming very shortly, I'm gonna say I'll take $12 a gallon, even though the guy around the corner is taking 10.
Yeah, but his is not organic, right?
I don't know. The girl's like she didn't trust it, and quite frankly,
Oh, I'm not
I
going
know
to.
that mine are even sweeter than the ones I gave away on Saturday. Now's the best time to get them. I just went through that big salad bowl full, and this big soup pan. I got another one.
And how many gallon bags did you get?
3 so far. And I used 4 cups earlier when I made the crisp.
So are you putting them like 4 cups a piece?
4 cups when I cook. Yeah. When they're really, really big like this one, I just eat them because they're the ones that look like plums. I love them. I can't believe my husband's not sleeping. Oh, we feed the blueberries frozen right to the dog. But I'm gonna write on that these are the sweet ones. I think we saw the video he's watching.
Hey, Dawn, if I
Hey,
hold this
Jennifer.
up, hey Jennifer,
Hi,
if I hold
Jennifer.
this up, will you count it for me?
Negative.
Blueberries.
Scott, come count that for your love.
Yeah, making a mess.
So what's up, Jennifer? Oh, I like I like the design it's making on this end.
Oh yeah, I like that material, that yarn.
Yeah, I wonder where I got it from.
Ollie's.
Huh?
Ollie's.
Theresa.
I didn't ask you to count. Don't give me that look. He comes in the room.
He came in there. Oh, you so sweet. That is so kind, Scott.
Look at how kind you are.
Aw.
You're almost a keeper.
I don't believe nothing she says, Scott.
It's a basket weave. Oh, cool. Yeah, they're supposed to be 60.
Oh, this is going to be cute.
First one much longer than the second.
It is going to be cute. Look at my basket weave. You can't tell it's a basket weave.
Yeah, you can tell.
You know, if you're going to be telling me it's longer, it's shorter, it's longer, it's shorter, we don't really need the counting. We need counting, not criticism. Hey, baby.
Hey,
hi.
Hey, Scott.
Put your finger off the thing. Say hi.
You know that's how he tells me good morning.
I know.
Let me see. Oh, how cute. Sweetheart. Hey, precious love.
Where are you going?
Are you my sweet doggy, Norton? Over here begging.
Were you seriously need me in here to count something?
No, but now she has to go out. She just woke up. She's got to go pee-pee.
And the next is like, then you have to bring me a drink.
Thank you, babe. Well, now I'm a brat. That's why you married me. It brings excitement. I lost my hook. Huh?
I know you need all the discarded
No,
stuff.
I'm the brat.
I know. That's what I said. Not a brat. Nothing's up, Jennifer?
No, that's what you're supposed to say. Your blood pressure.
I wasn't even reading the chat, Jennifer. Sorry. I was busy. Only said that comment like
I know. Look, Jennifer, I usually pop up my chat and put it on the left, and it's right here. And then, like,
she can't.
I don't
She's not
see it.
brain.
So I gotta adjust my brain to this side, and I don't like it. So I will never do that again. Jennifer, where's Debbie? Did she bring her mom?
who's watching the kids?
Jennifer got her grandbabies, I think.
Cool.
There was a sitcom called Who's Watching the Kids?
Oh.
Not me. Those days are long gone.
Oh, Lord, yes.
I know.
When my daughter-in-law came to the house to see the house, I was telling her that it's rated for Category 4 hurricane. She goes, I think we come in here, Ma.
Good for you. Yeah, the whole family.
Yeah. She said they can just stay in my closet.
Big enough. Give them a microwave and a mini fridge. You'll never know they're there.
Exactly.
It's funny.
Can't lock my babies in a closet.
You're gonna have to keep some of those inflatable mattresses.
I know, right? I had some, but it didn't last past the hurricane that we had to use it for, because we used it constantly, and
I was so happy to get a bed. Oh my gosh. For a couple of nights it felt like all right. And then
well, we had to pump it up every few days. And it was just me and my mom sleeping on it, but I think it had like maybe a slow leak or something when we bought the stupid thing.
That always happens with those things. How many rows am I supposed to do with my second color?
I don't know.
Well, that's not helpful.
Well, you said that you had to change colors on row 4, so you don't have to do 4 colors, 4 rows of your new color.
I don't know. I don't know. I have to look. He didn't count them, by the way.
Oh,
Really? That was the whole point.
He came in, he looked at me and said, "Are you really serious?"
Like,
but he took the dog out, right?
Yeah, that I appreciate. 8:30, she likes to go and do a little puddle, you know.
Yeah.
my dogs. I think it's like a 10:30 final call. Between 10:30 and 11.
Hey Anna Marie.
Hey, Emery. Well, Garrett and them didn't take the dogs out last night before bed. So at 3 o'clock this morning, Bella
yeah.
starts barking and barking and barking to go out.
Rather that than have to step in it.
True.
True.
Yarn will just come jump on me.
Can she get
You know,
on a
they'll bark at you, and
Sleep in
Bella
bed.
will kind of get in your face and bark.
She can jump up to my chest. I'm teaching her to do that so that I don't have to bend down on bad days to pick her up.
Great.
Oh, fiddle me this, fiddle me that. I think I made a mistake, eh? Oh, maybe not.
Man, when I first started picking these berries, potatoes were all over the bushes, and I was having anxiety because they kept, flying and landing.
They don't eat the leaves and stuff.
They didn't do anything like
See,
destructive, but there's other bugs
No.
that are.
You just found a lightning bug?
lightning bug? Bugs.
She gets scared.
Yeah,
Oh,
she didn't do anything. She was
she was
Don't
jumping.
forget to count.
She got scared of lightning bugs.
Oh Lord.
It's okay.
she's never dealt with them before, so
Scared? Oh, why
No,
would
she's
you be
fine.
scared? Roxy was trying to eat a bee.
I don't know if she's scared or not, but she just
Yeah, that's her jittery.
Yeah.
It's been a hard week with all the firecrackers and the
Yeah.
lightning bugs. You don't like lightning bugs now? You'll
Well,
be
if I-
fine. You'll be fine. Yes, you will. You want to go back to sleep? You good girl?
I wonder if I can get a gig driving Amish people to the store.
That might be a pretty good job, Susie.
A lot of people get paid for it.
Well, I know. Like she said that the lady around the corner was saying, she wanted to pay my gas, and I said, really? And she's like, if I hired someone, it would be $40, and I was like, wow. Now, my husband was saying, so charge 30 and undercut the guy who's charging 40.
Really?
I guess the other person's charging for their time.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's what she was saying. Like if you were going somewhere and you took
Or
one,
is she like talking about like an Uber kind of thing?
well, they have, okay, this is funny, but her name is Yoder, and it's a very common Amish name, and that's her family name. And when I was talking about people who drive Amish on some social media or something, someone said, oh yeah, I remember the Yoder toters, and that's what they called the vans that would take the people to work,
Uh-huh.
the Yoder toter. And then meeting somebody that name, so I really wasn't Yoder told her. I took her to the store. Well, I could talk about her all I want. She ain't gonna hear me.
That's true.
She's very lovely. She's a very nice lady. And since she doesn't have kids, she just has like dogs and sisters and horses and chickens. I don't know. She's a lot. She seemed like more warm than the other lady, who's nice, but she's just not like. I feel like there's like she seems more stern or more dour or like less. She's sweet at times. I try to make her like laugh, and she does. But this one is she seems more relaxed. I don't know. She's also younger. She's very sweet, very very
My
warm.
wrist hurts today.
Oh, you're getting crochet wrist. Do your carpal tunnel exercises. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dawn. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Do your carpal tunnel. It'll help.
Okay. I have a brace somewhere to wear at night, but
I know where you can get a left-handed one.
I need a right.
Me too. That's why I was trying to sell it.
I used to get like not tendonitis, but I don't know what you call it. But I'd wake up one morning and it would just start aching a little bit.
Yeah.
And then by the next morning, I couldn't even lift my arm. It was so bad. I'd have to go and get a shot. So I went to my doctor and he squeezed it and the tears were rolling down my face. And he goes, "Oh, that really does hurt, huh?"
I had a doctor do that to me one time. They pushed on my shoulders so hard, I ended up in a wheelchair for 6 months.
Oh no!
And he goes, "Oh, I guess you do have a bad back, huh, hon?" I'm like,
hun?
"Oh yeah." He was one of those lovely people.
Mm,
I'll be right back. I gotta get her toy.
okay.
Hun.
I know, right?
That's it. Well, I've met a lot of like mean doctors, and mean. I used to go to a woman who she wasn't a physical therapist. She was like a physiatrist. So I guess she felt like, oh man, you're gonna get sick. I'm dropping berries and he's eating them. Anyway,
Norton's there for cleanup.
oh yeah, that was a good one too. I usually give him the reject. Don't seem to care if they're not right.
What did you do with Mr. Blueberry?
I don't know what you mean.
What?
Your face. You blueberry with the face.
I fed it to Norton.
Oh.
You gave it to Norton.
Well, come on.
That was your ticket. That was your big money ticket.
I was put it on eBay.
Should have, but they go rotten pretty. Like if they're starting to get, some of them are mushy.
Jennifer, she had a blueberry with a face on it.
You have to rewind and see it though. She let the dog eat it.
That was just too perfect.
It was funny. I thought it just looked like I don't know. When I saw it, I'm like, oh, that's a face.
That was a ghost berry.
It was. I didn't know what you meant at first, and then you said your face. When you said your face, I'm
I
like,
know. I was like, what?
My face? I don't know.
Your face blueberry. Your blueberry with the face.
I come back and she's talking about what happened to your blueberry face. I'm like, what happened?
I didn't
Was that
understand
bad
either.
today?
I didn't mean her face.
I thought that's what you
I
meant.
thought you meant my face because I was just bent over trying to get her.
Oh
clothes
no!
down.
I was talking about
both-
Suzy's
we're both
blueberry
Right, I think.
At least
with the
Suzy and I
face
were in the same place.
that she
You
fed to
what you were
Norton.
talking about.
Definitely. Oh, I'm so sore. I think I'm gonna. I really think I want to sell the rest, even though they're great. They're coming up like really sweet now. The lady around the corner wanted to buy them too, and she was. I don't know.
Either that, Susie, or you package them and sell them so many per quart bag.
Yeah, but then, now I want like $35 if I could. I'd be like $40 bet. I now that I've done all this labor, it's like, oh, I can't.
Yeah, but see, that's easy to those Amish people.
Well, maybe, but you know what's
Hey,
easy?
they get up at 3 a.m. and make bread. Me doing that.
The lady that he was interested, that one Elizabeth, the older woman, she's got kids that she treats like servants. So, and they do it. They do everything she says. Like they really work hard, and she doesn't do. She just feels like at this point she's earned the right to boss them around. And they're very obedient. I mean, and they look like they're in their mid-20s, and yeah, I would say at this point
Oh no.
it stinks to be Amish.
That is a bad brand of yarn. You have to cut it and do your right over left and left over right.
Man, look
Yarn,
at
I
that.
don't know what's there. Just stop it.
That's the second knot in the same row.
That's terrible. Like I said, that Ollie's yarn.
It's Lion Brand yarn.
Oh, okay. That stinks. Get a hold of Lion Brand and let them know what happened and take a picture of that, and they'll send you a free skein. A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah, well, it's too late. I already cut it out.
Yarn. Give it a rest. It doesn't tell me to change colors again, but it's 3 colors in this blanket. I think I'll change colors every 2 rows. Maybe every row.
I am not letting you eat every rotten food just because you want to eat it, Norton.
Honey, there's nothing back there for you.
She's a gizzard.
She sits down when she wants me to see something, and I can't see what she wants me to see. Baby girl, I don't know what you want, honey. I'm making this teeny tiny little blanket for you. It's really small. I don't care. You're not getting it because there's nothing there. Do you hear her? This is as wide as this blanket is.
Will she fit on it? But you could have made it wider.
Yeah, but I don't know if I'll have enough yarn.
How big is she now?
Come here. She's this big.
But you have to describe it a little better than she looks tiny.
She is tiny.
All right, so here's another one.
Probably the size of Norton's head.
Norton has an enormous head, but I get it.
Kate has an enormous head too, and from neck to head, she is that size.
That's so funny.
Her whole face fits. Her whole head fits in a king's mouth.
When I was Norton was the size of his head now. That's kind of funny to me. He's got a huge head. Huge.
Come.
It's just sticky now.
Hey, Sonia.
Hey, Sonia.
Hi, Sonia.
Nice to see you again. You want me to take that out of your hair? Come here.
5 gallons. And a bunch of
I got to read the instructions again.
4th row, change colors.
I did that part already.
I say just get it variegated and don't worry about it.
I like that idea.
We're running out of paper towels as we speak. There's like 10 paper towels left in this. We're out of everything. It says 20. But we still have toilet paper. So at least there's that. So 5 gallons. See, I could have made $50 to $60, depending on how much I charge. So,
And how long did it take you to pick them? And how long it took you to bag them?
hours and another hour.
So then you divide that and figure how much that would have been an hour.
Well, but I want to make like $50 an hour.
What? I'm going to take it out of your hair. Come here, I'll take it out.
Do you know how much like a gallon is 8 pints, and a pint of strawberries is around, like, organic is probably $6.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a lot of money. I mean, I would have to pay a lot of money to get these. So to sell them for 10 feels like not a lot. I only marked one.
Sell them for 15.
I wonder if she'll do that. If she do it, I'd be like, well, that feels better. I mean, they might just get less, but they might say no.
That's right. What's the worst thing?
What you saying? Like sell them per bag after you've picked
No,
them?
no. I'm not going to pick them. They're going to come and do the labor, and I'll just sit
If
here
you're doing the
and
labor, you're going to charge them $15.
okay. Who's good at math?
If you're doing the labor, you should charge more than if they're doing the labor.
What is 16 times 6?
I get my phone out. Hold on.
46? No,
96.
96.
So they're basically getting $100 worth of strawberries for
They're
$10.
blueberries, but okay.
I mean blueberries. I can't. I'm so tired. I don't even know what I'm picking. So that's a steal. $15. But they're picking them.
Dad said 96. I don't know what I was thinking.
You were giving them a 70% discount.
Evidently.
So I'm just saying, even if they sold them for $5, they don't pay retail though. They would go to the farmer's market, but the girl around the corner wouldn't buy, the Bronx Terminal Market blueberries. Do you know about like the Bronx Terminal Market, or where they sold the fruit under like the New England
Under the L, yeah.
Major Deegan, like not too far from Yankee Stadium? They sold fruit there, and all the restaurants and stores get their fruit. Well, big stores get it delivered, but all the bodegas and the little supermarkets and the little stores go and get fruit there. And somehow the Amish people are getting deliveries of cantaloupes and blueberries, from the same place, but they probably charge more out here because this is the sticks,
Mm-hmm.
This is like 240 miles from that place.
What do you want?
So they probably come from like Pittsburgh or Philadelphia.
Come on.
Anyway, because the lady up the hill was saying she went over to there's a produce stand in one of these Amish farms, and she's like, "You have blueberries? Like, are they local?" And she said, "No, they're not sweet enough." But
There you
now
go.
now mine are. They like it took another couple weeks for them to come into peak flavor.
She was talking about yours.
No, like just the local farms at in the beginning of the season they're sour and they're like, but by now they're ripe. You know,
Right.
they're coming up sweet. Like there's more of a chance you're gonna pluck one off and they'll be ready. Like back in the beginning, I didn't know anything. I was plucking them and they still, if they had a little tinge of red and they weren't 100% dark blue, like they tasted bitter and sour. More so, you know. Anyway, but by this weekend, I gave away Saturday's pick, or maybe it was Friday, and the Amish lady said they were really good, and I thought they were just good, not really good, but they have a different sensibility. They also don't seem to put any salt in their crusts and their cake, and I find it very. It's like all you taste is like fruit and sugar. It's just a little flat tasting, if you know what I mean. Like they made one thing that had lemon, and that tasted so much better because lemon added a little extra.
Yeah, acid to it. Lemon and blueberry is supposed to be good.
We were putting, like in some of the pies that we got, like just a pinch of sugar on the portion, just to. I said it kind of needs salt or something, and then Tony and I were like just doing like a little flick of a touch of salt on it, and it's like, oh yeah, it's so much better. Like, okay, so basically, we kind of like the Marie Callender pies that you bake. There's a Chef Pierre and a Mrs. Smith. Some of those taste better. There's this guy, Chef Pierre, and he makes like a deep dish frozen pie, and I think it's for restaurants. But one of the stores out here occasionally has them, and they're good. The mixed berry was really good. So the lady up the hill said she was going to make a pie. She goes, "Can I put a couple apples with this?" And I'm like thinking, why not?
You can put whatever you want with it, honey.
I used to make, you know, those dumb cakes that were kind of the rage a few years ago.
Yeah.
Like you take the box cake and a stick of butter.
Yeah.
Well, people were using pie filling. I used a can of drained pineapple and a bag of frozen 1 pound of blueberry. So I didn't add any extra sugar in the filling. And it was still really sweet because cake mix is sweet.
It is.
So it tasted good.
And it's got a lot of preservatives in it.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
The pineapple and the blueberry was like a nice combination.
Might be why the Amish don't use that much salt, because they don't need it to last that long.
Well, that's another thing. Like one of the ladies made a moon pie and gave it to me. And I gave it to Tony to eat. And he said, "Oh, I'm waiting because I'm eating your cobbler." And by the next day, it was already off. You know what I mean? Like, and by the third day, it was moldy. I threw it away. So
those whoopie pies do not last that long, though.
It's all frosting. Ooh.
Even the bread, like if we keep the bread out of like the freezer, or I don't know if I put it in the fridge. Tony hates bread out of the refrigerator, but it gets moldy in like 2.
Yeah.
If I buy Saturday bread at the bakery, if she bakes it Thursday, it's bad in 2 days. If she bakes it
because
Friday,
they're not putting preservatives in it like the store does.
Right. And I don't eat that much bread to just chow down on it. But my neighbor made a bread for me once, and hers was better because I think it was just like more fresh. Like I think they baked it on Saturday, and I got it on Saturday.
Yeah.
That was good.
And you got to make sure it's in a cool place too.
And the humidity has got to stay away from it.
But when she made the bread for me, it was winter. Anyway.
Hey, baby girl.
I made the zucchini she gave me yesterday. It was good.
That's
I'm
nice.
too tired to make food now. I basically didn't have any food today. I just had a taste of the cobbler and some beverages. And I really shouldn't go to bed with no food.
No, because you'll get weak and you won't get. You have to take care of yourself.
I really, like, I don't even, I think the most preparation I can handle is either pulling something right out of the refrigerator and eating it. I don't even want to make a hot dog.
Garrett baked the chicken, so I'm gonna go get that.
I can have a hard-boiled egg or some cottage cheese, your favorite.
Mm-hmm. I'm so glad that's not allowed on my diet.
Oh, wow. I keep watching this guy who does like is it no gluten? I think he does like no gluten baking and he does keto and just carnivore. But so his latest carnivore thing is like he said he made carnivore Irish soda bread. And I go, you can't. There's just not. And he made it out of cottage cheese. So I want to see the recipe. And it kind of looked like it, but if you've ever had Irish soda bread, I happen to love Irish soda.
Oh yeah, me too.
I made some for the nun lady when she was here.
I love it. If there's no way that you could leave out flour, I feel. I mean, I
Yeah.
might be surprised, but
Maybe they're using a gluten-free flour mix.
well, he's carnivore. He was doing carnivore, so they kind of do a lot of things with eggs and like blended up eggs with cottage cheese, and there's some other kind of thing that they put in, like
Well, cottage cheese is not carnivore.
It's from a cow.
it is.
Yeah, but you think the caveman, it's supposed to be like a caveman kind of thing.
Mm,
You
No,
think
I
a
don't
caveman made cottage cheese?
No.
They eat cheese and they eat eggs, cheese, and dairy, but
I wouldn't eat cottage cheese in the first place, Dawn.
Huh?
if
I
they're
wouldn't.
not doing the caveman diet, they're doing carnivore. They're just doing like no. Like some
No.
people also
No
do
way.
nuts. Now there was a lady I follow her. I see her on YouTube all the time. She's done carnivore for I think almost like 15 years in a row, and she started to include honey in her diet because she's adding back in some like dates because she wants optimal health. But she used to be really quite heavy, and now she's very fit and very slim, and she doesn't miss eating all the good things. But maybe you forget after 15 years that pizza's really good.
I don't know. I was like really down earlier, and I'm like, this diet that I have to follow for my stuff that I have. I was like crying. I'm like, I can't do this the rest of my life. I can't see me doing it.
Well, I imagine it's harder even. Ow, ow, ow. Ooh, 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 I'm getting a foot cramp. Ah. Ooh. Ah. Sorry. Ooh, my toes are going off in different angles.
Oh, I hate that.
Shoot. It's like, and it's spasming.
Stand up.
My little toe like went up and over the rest of the
no.
foot. And ooh, it's straightening out. I hate when that happens. Yeah, it feels better. I need some potassium and magnesium. I'm self-diagnosing. Yeah, this what I was saying was I think it's even harder when you live with people that are eating the opposite from you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like if everybody's in on like a health kick and you can make like salads or, just a steak and some zucchini or whatever the vegetable is that you can have, it's a lot easier if that is
But
the
you
meal.
can't afford to do a whole family on this. It's
No.
just
I get it. It's just harder to watch people eating noodles when you want a noodle.
right. Well, I mean, I use gluten-free pasta, but it's just the other stuff. You can't have anything. I don't know.
I mean, they were saying like people who are on the the GLP-1 medication, like they're saying people are losing weight, but like the people that used to eat 3 hamburgers in a day and they're now just eating 1 hamburger, they're still not really learning. Like I get it because I kind of do that. Like I still eat some snacks that I shouldn't have. Like I should be more.
Very good, Dawn.
Oh, that's cute.
I think I should have made the loops a
Are
little
you
bit.
making? Did you make a mug koozie?
Yeah.
And is it for like a hot like soup from the microwave or something?
Or well, I wouldn't put this in the microwave, but it's after you have your pour your coffee to keep it warm, or your soup. But this is not 100% cotton, so it may melt. It's polyester. Would that melt in the microwave?
I don't know.
Probably.
I don't know. You have to try it.
I probably should have
Take
made
a piece of the yarn and put it in the microwave and see if it
like this a little bit bigger. I only did 12.
Well, as far as the depth is concerned, like if you're drinking coffee, I don't know. I need like a little space for my mouth.
That you don't want it too deep on the handle because
You have enough.
it'll stretch out a little bit.
Do what?
The handle is perfect. It'll stretch out a little bit.
But if I was
Yeah,
eating soup,
it's just making it buckle here
Yeah,
a
that's
little
fine.
bit.
Though.
it's cute.
I got to tuck my edges.
I saw somebody who had one where they used like a big wooden button, and I was thinking it's adorable.
A big what?
Like a big wooden button
Yeah.
on the
I
side.
was doing it so without a button.
It's cute. I kind of was on like looking at crocheted Etsy just to see what they were selling, and a bunch of people were selling like the chickens and the marshmallow and the hot chocolate. Although nobody had it for around $40, which I thought maybe 30, 40. They did have it in the 20s. And then some people were just selling. They kept saying like $3.95, and I'm like, $3.95.
Patterns they sell them.
Yeah, you're right. It was the pattern, and I was like, okay.
People get $25 for a hat, and if you got the Grinch on it, it's even higher.
My neighbor used to do like scarves and hats that matched in beautiful yarns, and she was charging $35 and $40 for the set. And I mean, I really do think it was worth it, but
Yeah.
I just didn't want to spend that kind of money. I've been so into like my needs for a hat. Like if it had like a fleece around the ears and then the crochet over it, I might have gone for it, But for something that has like an open weave and the hair is going to hit my ears, it's pretty, but I've been shopping at thrift shops too much because now I get like sticker shock when I go to a store. I'm like, oh my gosh, they get like $36 for a t-shirt. I'm like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But then I see people who are really wealthy going into store. I saw it back when I was in high school. I went down to Manhattan and on Amsterdam, was it Amsterdam? Like one of the fancier streets, I went into a store and they were asking, I thought it was $19 for a white t-shirt. And I thought, that's crazy. And now this is 19, $78, and it was $119, and I was like, "Oh my god, I gotta leave."
It's like, wake up, Suzy.
I had a similar experience when I went to Wegmans and I looked at a roast because I wanted to make some meat, and I said, "It's $28. That's so much money." And then I saw it was $228, and I was like, "Oh my god, who has $228 for meat?" It was one roast. No, it wasn't like a side of beef, and that was probably like 10 years ago. Like, wow.
That roast must have been made out of from a gold cow, huh?
Really? So they had their own line, like their family size packages. Like it was a very like opposite end store because the butcher counter, the meat was you had to cash in a savings bond from like, when your Aunt Tilly gave you like 25 when you were a kid and it was now worth 75. But their regular like family size packages of ground meat and like chicken were really reasonable, and their store brand of soda was reasonable, and jellies and preserves and anything that had the Wegmans packaging was very well priced.
Mm-hmm.
But their specialty shops, like their specialty bakery and their special all the stuff that was sort of like unaffordable. You had to be making some good money to go there. I feel it was kind of like Whole Food prices.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have a couple like local stores that are more like a Whole Foods type thing.
Upscales.
Yeah.
Well, some of the Amish stores are reasonable or fair, and then there's a couple that they seem pricey,
Uh-huh.
but maybe maybe it is fair, and it's just inflation,
Yeah.
that they're just charging, okay, we sell sandwiches for $15 and you can get $15 for a sandwich, and I think in my mind, I think a sandwich should be $7 or $8 at the most.
Right.
I mean, unless you're sitting down at a restaurant, and then I understand.
Yeah.
Because they got to pay staff, and you're served on a plate that has to be washed.
Okay. This is not bad.
That's cute. I like it.
Yeah, I like it too. If you go to like Jersey Mike's and you order sandwiches, it's like things just seem unaffordable.
Yeah.
Like if I see an $8 hamburger at a diner, I'm thinking, oh, that's not expensive. Yeah. Because even in I was in Aldi's yesterday and ground meat was over $6 a pound. I'm like, that's crazy. Then they had like one like brick of it, and they were at it was sale price like $5 or
Right.
$6, and I'm like, wow. I mean, it's cheaper than other things because you
Right.
could really make 4 hamburgers out of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not cheap, but they had a half price sticker on some. I think they called it cube steak or something.
Yeah.
So I just quickly like seared it on. I bought that. Yeah, I bought $3.50 meat or $3.90.
Yeah. That's it.
Because I'm like, ooh, now we can have meat. And I said to Tony, do you mind that I bought? He goes, look, is it from a cow? And I'm like, yeah. He goes, then I'm okay with it.
What does he think it's from?
No, I mean, because I don't usually buy like tough cuts of meat, but if I can help it. But I would if they're half price is $7.50 or whatever. I'm like, yeah, I'll try it.
Right. I wonder what the internet would say if I Google, can 50/50 50 polyester, 50 cotton can go in the microwave.
Well, why don't you just take a itty bitty piece from the end and put it in the microwave and see what happens.
Yeah.
Put it on a paper towel, so if it melts on the paper towel.
What
I
you
mean,
say,
don't
Theresa?
put the whole
Ask Siri.
It's what?
Ask Siri.
Siri.
Hey, Google.
Oh, that. Yeah.
Can 50% cotton, 50% polyester yarn be put in the microwave?
So I don't have access to that information. Okay,
Thinking hard.
I say to Siri, turn on living room light, and she does it. And then I say, Siri, change living room light's color, and she goes, I don't have a living room light on file. And I'm like, you just turned it on, so you do.
Yeah.
And she goes, I have light one or dining room light. And I'm like, no, you don't. It's now living room.
Argue with her.
My connection was interrupted. So can 50% cotton, 50% polyester yarn be put in the microwave? Not urine.
No, you should not put 50% cotton, 50% polyester fabric, especially with urine on it, in the microwave. Urine with grease. You can also be dangerous. It's best to wash
Do
the
not pee on it first.
You should wash it first.
Oh my God.
What kind of cook are you?
That is so flippin' funny.
Do not pee on your yarn.
Why would I put urine in the microwave?
You should say, woman that cooks carrots and peas in the same pot is very unsanitary.
Some people
That's
sell their
funny.
pee. I don't know why people do anything. Yeah, I'm getting tired, guys.
I am too. And I need to go eat.
All right.
All right, guys. Thank you all for being here. We appreciate you.
Don't
And
put
we will
yourself
see y'all
fabric.
tomorrow on East Coast Resellers.
10:30 Eastern time.
Take
All
care.
right. Have a good night, Theresa and Suzy.
Thanks. You too. Bye.
Bye.